Third rail through. Well, that came up real quick. Okay, cool. Okay, so it does help to adjust the time, which is great. Third rail Thursday. Changing the little screen thing. The, what's it called? Thumbnail. Changing the thumbnail. And we've got to add it to the playlist. The Third Rail Thursday playlist. For when you want to see them all. All right, so that was set up fairly quickly. I'm very happy about that. Getting a little bit better at working with these cameras. And I just got to pull it up here, the live stream, so that I can see the chat and I can see what everyone's saying. And then we will get started. You'll be able to see me there in a second. All right, let's see who is joining us tonight. I've got the chat up here. So we've got Mr. James Galton, Ethan Armitage. How's it going, guys? John 2618. How's it going tonight, John? Trackside Mike. I like the ring of that. I really like that. Not because I came up with it, but because, you know, it's neat. It's really good. Yeah. And Dwight Curley, how's it going, Dwight? CP Whiskey Creek in N-Scale, and we've got Trains by Perry. How's it going, guys? Welcome, welcome. Third Rail Thursday. It's my week. It's my week. So let's see if we can third rail this Thursday, and we'll get some work done on the layout. I'm pretty excited because I started this last month, and I got half of it done. It took me a while because of the stuff that I need to do to really prep and work on the area. So we're down by my bridge again. I've got the bridge off. We took the bridge off, and that's set aside. Took the tracks off. Everything's working good with it. Well, it was working good, so I don't know what's going to happen once I put it back. But, you know, hopefully it's good. And Mark is texting me, asking me if I'm good to go. I guess you didn't get the memo that it's my week. I can't exit out of my app on my phone, otherwise all the cameras go offline. So, somebody got to let that guy know. So this is the area here that I am working on today, or tonight, this evening, this afternoon, however you want to, see it. James is having ice cream. I had a ice cream in the form of a popsicle, so that's why I feel like I have so much energy right now. So this could be a 4 or 5 hour stream, guys. I don't know. It's up to you, but hopefully I can finally get this area done. Jeez. Yeah, it's a long time coming. And we've also got static grass. We got static grass on the go there. I picked up some new static grass from OVR Trains and OVRtrains.com over the weekend for when we were there for the YouTube Model Railroader meet. I'm surprised I actually got to shop because I was so busy talking to everybody. So, but yeah, I did get that done. So, pretty happy about that. Okay, so any new? No, anyone new? No. Okay. Okay, so yeah, it's 8 o'clock. Well, 1 minute to, or less than 1 minute. These guys. K-Town, how's it going, K-Town? All right, so yeah, so this is the area that I've been working on here. It's a bridge area, and pretty stoked because once the scene is done, once I pull it together, I'm gonna have to add trees and bushes at some point here, but no rush, no rush. And Tim said that he won't be able to make it to the live tonight, and he said I'm not allowed to talk garbage about him. So we'll start off by talking some garbage about Tim. He said he'd catch the replay, so he's gonna hear that, and he's gonna be like, "Oh, that guy, worst Uber driver ever." And Brad's Trains. Welcome, Brad. Welcome, welcome. All right, so it's 8 o'clock, so we're gonna get started on this here, and we're gonna give you a couple of different points of view, just so that you can kind of see what's going on, what we're doing, and we'll keep you posted on how everything is going here. Now, if I miss your chat, if you're trying to say something to me, like Chris, your mic is muted or anything like that, probably won't hear you or be able to read it because the way my computer screen is facing, it's facing away from me, kind of. Yeah, Mark, I saw those text messages. Nice, nice. You were late, sir. You were late. All right, so I like the way static grass feels. You can't really go up and touch people's layouts, but I can touch my own, so it's fine. And I like the feel of the static grass. So, and I've got all this wood chip and stuff here. Oh gosh, what a mess. I try to keep things clean, but it doesn't always work out that way. Okay, cool. That's enough of that. It is so fluffy. Oh, gosh. Yeah, and it's like... Yeah. So, now what I did last time, basically, and I think maybe we'll come over here. Or am I already looking at that one? We're already looking at that one. So basically... I added bushes along here because there's a line between where the backdrop starts and the layout basically ends. So I'm just kind of filling it in along here. I also did some ballast down in here for under the bridge. As you can imagine, grass doesn't really grow that much there. But we do have some weeds that will grow up through there and whatnot. So I'm going to do the same thing for over here. I'm going to continue on along the back there. Keeping things towards more or less the back half of the layout, or this section anyways, because the front section here, I have to continue on into this industry, which you can't really see right now, but that's fine, that's fine. Bernard, welcome, welcome, welcome. And Don Hennessy, how's it going? Don, I thought I was subscribed to you. Turns out I was not, so I subscribed to you the other day. So... sorry about that. Yeah. So what we will do first, I've got this stuff, and I'm not sure what you would call it, but it rips apart fairly easily. Comes in a giant thing like this. It's almost like what you would get on a scrubbing brush, because it's gross. You could probably shine some dishes with this. hold on, I've got a thinner piece here. So I like the thin stuff. And it basically just pulls apart, it stretches, you can shape it. And with this here, you can either put as little as you want or as much as you want. But I like to put this as like underbrush, which comes out from under the bush. So I'm going to be shaping this area here, and I'm just going to use regular white glue, and I'm going to use my white glue if I can find it. That one's empty. This one's good. All right, we're set. Bernard, it was so good to see you on the weekend. We got a chance to film some stuff while I was out in Tyrannosaurus Rex. And you guys will get to see that in the near future. So look for that. I believe it will be on the Keeping Track. That's my thought. And I'm pretty sure that's what I saved those clips for. And a night would not be complete without Mr. 107 himself, Sparky. How's it going, Sparky? And Dennis Drennan. You look familiar. Have I seen you on YouTube before? Or maybe in a model train store? Probably. Okay, so using just a little bit of this, I don't want to use a lot, because less is more. That's my thought anyways. That's basically, if you really sum it up, we did see a GO train, we did see a VIA train, and I was spent. That's exactly, yeah. I mean, that's not why, you know, but like, yeah, that sums up the meetup exactly. Now, if you guys want to see a really good video of the weekend, if you were unable to make it, if you missed it, if you missed out, there's a couple of videos actually that I really want you guys to go take a look. So one video would be Eminem Rails. Eminem Rails did it's almost like a game. He likes having fun with all of us, and he did up a game called They Make It Like That, which is a play off of Tim's channel, They Make It Like That, because he does a lot of graffiti, and he showed us a bunch of cars that have graffiti on them, and we had to figure out what they all said. Now, to some it was a trap. Oh, it was definitely a trap, because now we got a bunch of guys converting over to HO from N-Scale. They gave up N-Scale. So, I mean, they said it themselves. It's on them. But that was a really good video. Hey, Robin. How's it going? Now, besides Mark's video, DJ did a video. DJ from DJ's Trains, because he came all the way up from the United States of America. And that was cool, because I never thought I'd get to ever meet that guy. And I did. And he is such a fun guy. He's really cool. So, yeah. And he did a video of the meet. And, of course, he did a really good job. And then, Tim posted a video today of the meet, and I really want you guys to go check it out after, because he did a bang-up job on that, and it really depicts everything that happened on that day. He even pulled out his drone when everyone was gone, so, Otter Valley was empty at that point. He pulled out the drone and started droning around Otter Valley. And he was very careful too. He's a good pilot. So that happened. Seeing Otter Valley from a bird's eye view inside the store, must say, never thought I'd see that. But now that I have, very impressed. DES Media Productions, how's it going? Droning inside was pretty crazy. Not gonna lie, Lauren was probably nervous. I was nervous. I was nervous for everyone. But I'm like, you know what? I'm not the one who's driving, so I'm good. At the end of the day, I'm good. But nothing was damaged, so, it's good. But definitely a unique way to look at the shop. Bernard, you're next. It's a different angle here. We're looking at it from this way. Yeah, let's look at it from this way. So I'm dressing up this back area here. Getting the bushes in there and adding a bit of color. I'm gonna sprinkle some stuff on that after. Steve, we all waited there until Sunday and you never showed up. I think you were at the wrong store. Okay, so I don't know if I can reach over there from here, so I'm probably going to have to switch sides. I'm going to grab some more of that, maybe one color. Actually, I'll do less dark here, and grab some light on the other side. Okay, we're on the other side now, and I'm going to go like this. You'll be able to see me, and all right, looks cool. I'm just gonna hit that with a bit of glue, and I'm gonna come down this way a little bit. And we've got Heath from Humanity Junction. Heath, what is going on? Did anybody catch that big ONR announcement from Rapido earlier on today? Is everybody else as excited about ONR as I am? Probably not. There's not a lot of ONR guys, but you know. Definitely did not see that one coming. ONR box cars from Rapido. So that's kind of neat. They're box cars, James. They're ex Southern Pacific. So Rapido was already doing the Southern Pacific box cars, but now they're doing a special run where it's ONR. Because, I mean, they didn't have a lot of numbers, but, yeah, I guess they're going to do so. So that's neat. It's definitely a win. And Alexis is excited as well, apparently. She's just mad because I haven't looked at her in a minute. The bridge is out, Heath. You're very, very observant. No one will be using this bridge for a little bit. Good eye. I mean, James, they only have, I mean, from what I'm seeing, it's either a single car or a 4-pack. So I think there's only 4 numbers that they're doing. And for 4, if you get 4, the MSRP for 4 is $267, something like that. So whether or not that intrigues you or not, it is what it is. But that's, yeah. So it's about, I think it's about, the MSRP is like $60 per car, which is outrageous. But if you think about it, I bought 2 Atlas ones and the Ontario symbol was upside down. And it was about $60 for the 2. So, I don't mind paying $60 if it's accurate. ONR stands for Ontario Northland Railway, or Railroad. That is one that I will probably get a 4-pack of. I was even celebrating earlier. And you can tell because I've got a whole slew of ONR box cars out on the layout right now. I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's a whole bunch there. So I thought I'd celebrate. Well, Heath, that's that's MSRP. I never pay MSRP. I will probably end up paying maybe about $50 to $55 per car, most likely. But I just like to give the accurate numbers as to what was announced, so that there's no discrepancies on that side of things. Just keeping it, like that. Oh, I've got ONR boxcars all over the layout. I think I have, what is it, like anywhere between 30 and 40 Ontario Northland boxcars. Atlas, Athearn, Exact Rail, Athearn Blue Box, like that old stuff. Some that are custom, some that are weathered, some that are graffitied. A little bit of everything. If you're going to do one thing, do it really, really well. So in my case, just get a lot of ONR cars. Okay, so I'm just picking out some of the darker stuff to kind of add to here. I'm going to have to grab some hairspray because the hairspray works really well with this stuff, and I can kind of, you know, shape it a bit better. But I think that looks how it's supposed to. There we go. And that, of course, will all dry, and it'll, you know, it'll be pretty solid in there. It'll stay. Wigwag's Workshop, or Wigwag Workshop, not Wigwag's Workshop. How's it going? How's it going? All is well, yes, absolutely. And to you as well. What do you think about the Mevo cameras? Have you tried putting it on a flat car? Yes. Or yet? Yes, I tried a couple of options. One, flat car doesn't make it through anything. They're tall in stature, so I actually have to use a well car. The well car works for the most part, except for the helix, which is a majority of the layout, unfortunately, and some tunnels. It'll make it under the bridge here, when the bridge is up, but other tunnels, not so much. So I kind of have to remove it from the well car and then place it back on the well car as it's going around and whatnot, and as it goes to go up the helix. You know, these are things that I didn't know beforehand. Like when I was building it, I had no anticipation of getting these cameras. So when I do a new layout or whatever, it's something that I'm definitely going to take into consideration, you know, making sure that I have so much extra height just to be able to do that. No sad flat cars. No. The lowest thing I have is a well car, and maybe I can show you. Do I have it here? I'm sure I do. Yes, I do. So I got one of these new well cars from Walthers. It was not much of an investment, did not break the bank, and it's still a really nice car. So, you know, props to them, because I don't really run intermodal, although I'd like to. So this is typically the setup here, and I can push that around. And yeah, as you can tell, like it'll fit under the bridge here, and you know, it very stable despite the fact that, you know, this wiggles a lot, but the camera doesn't move because it's weighted. So yeah, the GoPro is definitely a lot smaller than the Mevo. Crooked River and Eastern, how's it going? Caught your live this morning, but I was driving, so I wasn't saying too much, but I was listening attentively. So you can kind of see here with the car, you know, I can, woo. And yeah, that's, you know, that's what it does. It definitely does not fit through here, because of the height. Still, even though the car is super low, it just does not fit, unfortunately. So it is what it is. Not mad about it. Not gonna lose sleep over it. It's just a thing. It's just stuff. So. No, sir. Thank you for going live. You know, it doesn't take, like, we've been on both sides of these cameras, you know, like sometimes you're the listener, sometimes you're the person doing it. It's not always easy being the person to do it. It takes no effort, absolutely no effort to watch, unless you're having one of those days. But it really takes no effort to watch and support each other in the community. But it does take a lot to, you know, come up with content, make it interesting, make it engaging, and, you know, schedule these times throughout the month and whatnot, or throughout your day, to be able to share that stuff with people, you know. So thank you for doing that, because I really do appreciate it. Double drop flat car. So those are like the flat cars, but they carry like usually comes with a load, like a, what are they called? I can't remember the name of it. But yeah, those usually come with a load. They are actually still higher than like a well car. So it won't really work. Oof. Add trucks and wheels directly to the bottom. That would be interesting. It actually allows me to flip the camera upside down, but the speaker is on the top, so I'm sure all you'd hear is like the rumble from everything. So beneficial, yay, nay. I'm not too sure there, but that, yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. I think I'm gonna make do with what I've got until I, you know, have to do that whole new layout situation. I'm just grabbing a paintbrush so that I can spread some glue. I think when it comes to taking apart the layout, though, I mean, because I keep talking about it and keep talking about a new layout and this and that, it's either going to shock people when I have to take this layout apart, or people can be like, "Oh, Chris is moving." Oh, okay. Not yet. Don't worry. She's already worried. Let's see. So what I am doing, I'm going to come back this way. There we go, so you can kind of see. I am spreading some white glue so that I can put down some ballast, the under bridge ballast, more or less. And then we're going to blend it all with static grass. So what my process for this, keeping in mind, this is just how I do it. It's whether it's the right way, the wrong way, or, whatever. It's just what I do. So once I paint it all brown and after I do the plaster cloth and whatnot, I do take the shaker grass and, you can kind of see it here. Like this is not static grass. This stuff here. This is just this, I put the white glue down, sprinkle it down, cover the area. Looks green, looks nice. And that's kind of my okay. I feel confident that this is what I want and this is what I like, etc., etc. So that is what I will do. And, I'll do a large area like that. I'll, connecting sections and whatnot. And then I come back, much like right now, because that's what we're doing right now. We came back, and I'm detailing it more. So in this case, I'm adding static grass. I'm adding static grass. Hold on a second. Sorry. Oh, you know what? I could have just used that. Well, that's dumb. Okay, never mind. So yeah, I have the static grass and different ballasts and whatnot. If I need to, do certain things, mix up certain ballasts to suit certain areas here. So this is my underbridge ballast mix, which kind of sounds like a 1980s playlist. Under the bridge mix, By the way, Under the Bridge is a really good song from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I don't know if it's just me or not, but I dig it. So after I do my ballast here, which is my underbridge ballast, I will do certain areas here with static grass. Yes. Shh. I'll mention you. Relax. So I'll do certain areas here with static grass as well, but I put it so that it's going over the ballasted area. She's under the layout and she's like yelling at me. I don't know what you want. I honestly have no idea. Just like I say to my children, go ask your mother. She'll sort it out. Okay, so that's good like that. And I've got some rubbing alcohol here. Or not rubbing alcohol, but whatever it's called. Isopropyl. And that'll all, it's all moist. It'll all, do its thing there. Now there was a little bit of an area here where there was glue. I'm just going to add a bit more because I will be sure to add some static grass in there. Hey, it's John. Hey, John. I didn't hear you come in. Can I say that? Whatever. I said it. John, I didn't hear you come in. What's going on? So, the first thing I want to do is add. So I'm just adding a bit of color here into my hopper for that specific section for the area right beside the bridge there. And hopefully it works out. Okay, so I put all my mix in. Split Rock is in the house. What's going on? It's a full house tonight, guys. What's going on? Thursday. It must be Third Rail Thursday. What's going on? Oh, jeez. Okay. Pressure's on, guys. Because that doesn't happen all the time. Have I ever told you guys how much I love the look of Static Grass? Let me tell you, I love the look of Static Grass. Just saying. It's honestly a game changer. If you've been hesitating to get a Static Grass applicator, just do it. Just do it. Or make one. No pressure to go out and buy, because people make them all the time. I'm lazy. So, I trust in Woodland Scenics. There's different brands you can get. I trust Woodland Scenics because I use all their other products. So why not? Just trying to follow suit here with that. Sparky's layout is definitely like the length of his shed. There's way more. We had this discussion on the weekend, and we can say that because we both talked. The length of mine is only about 18 to 19 feet. But Sparky's is like, what you said, it was like 24 feet long, something like that. I can't remember exactly, but maybe you can throw up the numbers there. But yeah, no, he definitely has the length with the layout, and mine is I find that mine is very compact, so everything is closer together, where he has a lot of space. So two different layouts, two different aspects of layout building. His Helix is really good. It works as should, right? It's a Helix. It's got to connect all the layout, or all the levels together, right? Artie, welcome. I think all we're missing is Jason. Where's Jason the train freak? I think then we'll have a full house at that point. We'll have to order more chairs for you guys to come have a seat. It's funny because I'm working around a peninsula right now. And the peninsula is being a pain because it's in the way. It's in the way of everything. So it is what it is, but at the same time, kind of a pain. But it won't be once it's, working. And I did ballast here, but I don't like the mix I use, so I'm just kind of lightly going over it. It was already glued down, no big deal. And I'm just sprinkling a little bit on here, and it just magically covers the whole thing. And it looks great. Well, I think it looks okay anyways. And then, we'll just lock that in. Cool. That was fairly easy. Too easy. If you ask me, what's the catch? So you can kind of see how this one is darker than this one. I don't like how bright that is. Even with the bridge over top of it, just not really a fan. So just sorting that out here. And at the same time, I'm going to do more static grass, which I can just put white glue over this. Hopefully this does not offend anybody, because I know some people are very particular about their scenery and how they do it. Again, this is just how I do it. I do not claim to be a professional. So, there's that. But I love doing, I love doing scenery and all that. So, that's the best part, when you enjoy what you're doing. If this is actually your first time here, because I know not everybody likes to talk in the chat there, which is cool. Sometimes people like to hang out in the background, or much like myself, I listen to you guys while I'm driving. If this is your first time here, this is Third Rail Thursday, and if you didn't catch my name, it's Go Via or Go Home. I do this little ditty called Third Rail Thursday, and I split every Thursday with Eminem Rails, who's in the chat. I'm pretty sure he's still there. Tim from They Make It Like That, and sometimes Dave from Dave Co. Dave has been off because he recently expanded his family, so he has not been participating as much as we'd love to, although he is still very active with his layout. He's been sending pictures to Mark and myself with things that he's working on the layout, so hopefully we can get him in here for a live or something at some point. That would be awesome. But so Tim normally does the first Thursday. I do the second Thursday. That's why today is the second Thursday of the month. And Mark does the third week. This month here, the one that we're in currently, there is an extra Thursday. So the week after Mark, so not next week, but the following week, Tim said that he's going to take another crack at it. Apparently a bunch of people gave him cars to graffiti. So he has his work cut out for him, and I'm sure that he would love to do some of that live so you guys can watch him graffiti your cars live. See, Tim, I didn't say anything bad. You'd think so. Now, I don't know, when coming up with the whole thing for Third Rail Thursday, as funny as stories are true, and I just got to fill my hopper one more time here, so you might have to give me a minute, but I'll tell y'all a little story. Just filling the hopper. Okay, so like the first thing you want to think of, right, is when we all come up with these names. I mean, you know, Sidetrack Sunday, Third Rail Thursday. It has to make sense, right? It has to go with the fact that, well, look, you know, we're working with trains and all that. And when we talk about a third rail, I don't know if my Subway guys are here, and I'm not talking like, you know, the sandwiches. Tilsonburg Tuesdays. I don't know if my Subway guys are here or not, but basically, the third rail is the dangerous rail. And not to say that this is dangerous, but I mean, this hobby is very addictive, which can be dangerous. So, you decide. That's literally all it is, by the way. And, you know, it sounds silly, but it's true. And that's usually, you know, we talk about the hobby. We share things about the hobby. And the hobby can be very dangerous, dangerously addictive. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm gonna need more stuff for my hopper here, so bear with me. Now, I usually use a combination of a couple of things when I'm doing the grass here. So I use a combination of 4mm up to 7mm grass, static grass, all from Woodland Scenics, of course. And I use a combination of light green, dark green, dead grass, you know, a little bit of everything, right? And it really depends on how you want it to look, how you want the field to look, if you want it darker and whatnot. Sometimes I sprinkle a couple of other little things in there just to bring out certain other colors. A little bit does go a long way, and I've done so much of my layout right now with, you know, the couple of bags that I've have, and I haven't run out yet. So I'm rather impressed as to how far this can actually go. You know, when it comes to field grass and whatnot, especially out here, it's not as maintained as some of the other stuff. So this grass does tend to get a little bit longer. Give it a good shake. One thing I do recommend, which I don't even do, so this is just personal experience. I use a 9-volt battery in my hopper here. Do yourself a favor and get the power cable, the power source for it, because it's more of a consistent power and it works a lot better than just using a 9-volt battery. I'm yet to get it, so I can't say I have it. And then I just kind of go over it to make sure it's all staticky and sticking up. You can really see the difference there. Wee little Wednesdays? What about Tiny Tuesdays? Or Mini Mondays? Mini Mondays works. Sorry, I like naming things. I don't know why. Bad habit. Now, for good measure, besides the fact that I am doing this here, I will also add my shaker stuff as well, which I'm going to do in a minute. But what was I doing? Oh, yeah. Still had a little bit left in the hopper here, so I don't need to refill. I'm just gonna see if I can just blend these two sections in here. Oh, and of course I run out. Doing these sections, it's very time consuming. Hopefully you guys are getting a good view of this. Here we go. Let's turn this a little bit this way. Now you can kind of see a bit better. Can't really see me filling the hopper, but trust me, I'm filling the hopper. It is a thing. Wouldn't make for a very good live if I wasn't actually doing my work. You can see the little grasses. Is that a word? Grasses. You can see the little grasses stand up when I like hover right over it. It's really neat. Okay, so while it's doing that, while I've got that all going for me there, I'm gonna grab this cool stuff. It's a sprinkle. It is called Earth Blend, and it's almost as if someone took dead leaves and grinded them up. And there's the code there. It's T1350. So tell a friend, and we're just gonna kind of. I just want a little bit. And I usually put this right along here. And then some throughout. Here we go. It just adds like a little bit of texture to it. Like you'll see it if you're up close to it, but not if you're far away. And it just kind of works itself in there. That's usually what I'm talking about when I'm, because I always mention layers. So I'm pretty happy with that. Not over the moon, but I'm happy. And I gotta do this entire section here, which is kind of gonna be a heel, but I'll do it anyways. If you guys can see from there. No, Canada isn't all wheat fields. It's fields of snow. It's like a tundra, if you will. So the cool thing about this glue, I mean, it's from the dollar store, which you'd probably think, not that great. It's very runny. It's not thick. So what happens is that, in most cases where you would say, okay, well, I'm going to have to add water to this to make it, really, really work in here. Nope, not really. It'll make its way in there. But I do blast it with the alcohol, which will just make it run a little bit. But it's nothing crazy. And then I just put the ballast right over top of it, and it's good to go. No, but I've got like 100 of them. Every time I go to the dollar store, I pick up another 5 or 6. I've got about 15 in my back room right now, and I've got about 3 or 4 on the go. So, even though it doesn't go that far, I've got a bunch, so there is lots to spare. Okay, so all right, and just like that, I've corrected it. Looks much better, I think. Yeah, it looks better. Yeah, it looks better. I'll probably be on the fence for a while with that, but either way, it's doing what it's supposed to, and that's all that matters. Now, one thing I need to do is I need to continue the bush up that way and more or less hide all that. So I'm going to grab a bit more tree from my bag here. Wigwag, you should definitely come to Canada. We are, I mean, there's no secret. We are planning on doing another YouTube model railroader meet. I talked to Lauren about it the other day. And, we all had a really good time. So I don't see why not. It just takes a lot of planning is all. So maybe next year, if we can talk you into it, for those who didn't come, you should come. And for those who already did go, I'd love to see you again. We don't have loony stores anymore. They used to be called Dollar Store or the Loony Bin, but now everything is so expensive. It's like nothing is $1 in the dollar store. So that would probably be very misleading if they were calling it a dollar store and nothing is $1. This glue is past its prime. Okay, so let's see if I can put another piece of this stuff, and we're going to put it going right up. And it's kind of come out this way, kind of stretching it out. A trip out west. That would be awesome. My aunt lives out west in, I want to say, Vernon, BC. I believe it's Vernon. I might be wrong. About the Vernon part, I know my aunt lives out west, but I believe it's Vernon. Bigfoot. Yeah, he works down at the local Tim Hortons. He's the drive-through guy. Not the friendliest face. I mean, like, if I owned my own Tim Hortons, I probably wouldn't want that guy working my drive-through, but, you know, policies. Okay, so that kind of rounds that off there, which I'm okay with. Oh, it's past Mark's bedtime. All right, Mark, you have yourself a great night. Don't forget, guys, go over to Mark's channel next Thursday, for Mark's Third Rail Thursday. And, yeah, we'll see what he's got in store. Or what he got at a store, a train store. For me, because I know someone was asking there what I got when I was at Otter Valley. I got some Caboose Industries ground throws, some more pads for the cleaning car, and more static grass. A lot of little things, you know, nothing like crazy. Like everyone's waiting for me to say, "Oh, I got this locomotive. It was awesome." You would have already heard about it if I got a locomotive. Did I run out of glue? I know that I usually leave these upside down for a little bit so that the glue goes to the top. So I'm just going to stick that there. Do I have another glue? I might have to go and grab another glue. Oh well. Is there anything in here? I think the real fun starts when I start adding trees and other little things. It's kind of dripping now. I had lots of fun adding the little ducks, and I think I got one behind me here. Yeah. The Heart of Canada. The goose. Just gonna sit them right there. That's a mini print, by the way. Can y'all see that? See that little duck? It's so small, you'd never know he was there unless you look up real close. This is like the fun stuff in the hobby, right? You get to place little ducks, and I've got deer over on the other side, right by the yard, because you know they're going to run right through there. At some point, you're going to run right through. Now, I still have to open up my mini print of the month for, what was last month? May? I still have to open up my May mini print. So, I'll be doing that really soon. And then Monday I'm going to Rapido, because I heard it through the grapevine, i.e. my email, that not only is there going to be 3 HO scale announcements, but there's going to be 3 N scale announcements. So that's fun. So there's going to be a little bit of something for everybody. And I'm really excited to see what these announcements are. If anybody has any guesses, throw them up in the chat there. Just for bragging rights, of course. If you get it right. Of course, I don't know. I won't know until Monday. But it's fun to speculate. It is definitely fun to speculate. Lauren, I usually go as Lauren's +1. It's the first time I've ever been excited to be someone's +1. I don't get to get out as much as I'd like to, but yeah, so it'll be a good time for sure. I've gone to a couple before, but it's been a good 2 years since we were able to do something like that. So I'm really looking forward to it. So watch for a live on Monday. That's this Monday coming up. And it'll probably be somewhere around 5 o'clock, because I know that they're doing a live at like 4:30 to show off or talk about the new announcements. So hopefully they've got samples. And I'm not talking about the free samples of food. I'm talking about product samples, so that you can see how these models are going to look. Y'all have a good night. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining in. I heard the train show this past weekend in Arnprior was quite the success, which is good because it just means that things are getting back to somewhat of a normal. Definitely a good thing. Well, for me, it's a 4.5 hour drive, so, you know, teach their own, right? I'm okay driving, like, long distance and all that, depending on what it's for. So I'm sure it'll be all right. I got a few of us a tour of Rapido, like way back in the day. It was fun to, walk through there and see how they do things firsthand, and got to meet a lot of the guys too. Have a good night, Sidetracks. I gotta get more of the dark green. I'm running low. Got a lot of area to cover, unfortunately. And this is just, it all comes with the territory, I guess. Just needing to cover. Should just get a new glue. Okay, I'm gonna put that. Give me 2 seconds. Just gonna grab a new glue. I was able to grab hairspray as well, which I will need, so that's good. Little Tresemme, if you will. Oh, I thought I grabbed a full one. Oh, okay, yeah, there's glue in there. Now this hairspray also acts as an adhesive. It was my wife's. 100%. I don't even care. She said I could have it. So, as long as you ask first, they cannot get mad at you. They cannot. So, and we're just changing the colors here. Adding a bit of color, taking a little bit of color away. Bringing it to life. Do I recommend it? Yes. Well, I'll just have to see how that looks once everything is up and the trains are running through it and whatnot, and that's all you can do, right? I wish I had a turntable. Man, they look so cool. Turntable envy is what I have. My layout has turntable envy. If that's a real thing. I'm pretty sure it is, but I don't like how squeaky my chair is. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but sure as squeaky is craziness. Well, I find that the light green that I have is too light. So, where's my camera? Is this a camera? Yes. Okay. These are the two different colors that I use. So it's a forest green, which is on the right, and then a light green, which is on your left. The light green is way too bright. So I need to almost create a like a contrast between them, something to, you know, blend them really well. But yeah, you can actually get. It's another thing. You can get those travel size hairsprays from the dollar store, and when you throw it in your cart with a whole bunch of other stuff, you know, or to slick back your hair and. And grab some spray, and when you get up to the cash, if she gives you a weird look, just pull it out, spray your hair, just be like, what? But yeah, what are you staring at? But yeah, so it's like, you know, you have to almost create a contrast between the light and the dark here to either lighten one or darken the other. And that's what I hope I'm doing. I hope. Expand. Expand what? My layout? Where am I going to expand my layout? Because trust me, if I had a place to expand it to, it would have already been expanded. I guess I can do this area now, because, I mean, it's in the front, but I've already done back there, so I guess I can do right here. So let's turn this, and we'll take a look at that. So this area is kind of gross. I'm not really a huge fan of this area here, but we're going to do something to kind of correct a lot of this, if you will. I do like the graffiti that I did there, which I didn't even do. They're just decals. Some might consider that cheating. They make them, so, you know, I don't know if that's really considered cheating if you can go to the store and buy it. Another one bites the dust. All right. So, first thing we're going to do here is get rid of this green splotch. And I say words like splotch, and you still know what I'm talking about. Even though splotch isn't really, you know, accurate here. What do I want to... I know what I want to do. So we're going to give that a spray. Good. I'm glad that it's not considered cheating, because you know, it's just, it is what it is, right? Like, it's a small area, and I know Tim hates graffiti like that. He's like, no, everything has to be done by hand. It's just the way he rolls, which is cool too, because he can do that. Me, not every time. Now, keeping in mind, this will dry. It will dry clear, so you won't see any of that white. The train won't hit any of this when it's passing by because it's higher up. And I'm going to seal it with the hairspray. I hope. I hope. Where is the hairspray? Oh yeah, there it is. Agreed. Yes, I will definitely clean the tracks for sure. And if I'm all like, why is it not running properly? Y'all can remind me. Remember when you did all that tree and whatnot and you didn't clean up after yourself? I'll be like, that's why. That's right. I almost want to get a little graffiti tagger and put him in here as if he's doing stuff. Because he's going to be behind the bush there. No one's going to see him. I'll know he's there. Y'all will know he's there. But the cops won't. So, either way. Gotta get some high trees for this too. You want me to come clean your tracks, or you want me to put trees on your layout? I don't like doing either. I don't mind the whole tree thing. Cleaning the layout is another story. It's tough because, you know, I only get so much time to do certain things. So when that time is spent cleaning, you know, I'm not really a fan. I'd rather be running trains. But in a case like this, where what I'm doing is, you know, all this fun stuff, I don't mind. Another glue is out. Really? There wasn't much glue in there. I think I grabbed one that was, you know, not completely full. Now as well, I also have a rock wall here, which you can probably see that. But I'm going to put some bush up and around and in this general area. Whoops. I'm being kind of messy right now. I know, I'm sorry. But for this, because everything is on a steep angle here, I kind of have to play my cards right with this, otherwise it'll just look awful. I don't know, but I want to cover up some of this ballast that I put here and whatnot. Slowly making my way around the layout. I'm pretty sure by the time I get to the other side of this wall, my scrapyard will be ready for scenery too, because that's coming up. Everybody was mad that I didn't finish I built the scrapyard building, but everyone's like, well, way to keep us, in suspense. So, I like to do that. I do want to put some of this going down here as well. Right now, Mike, I'm just using straight glue. In some cases, well, usually just with ballast, I'll do the 50-50 water glue and with some dish soap. But with this here, I'm literally just doing white glue down because I'm putting this thick stuff on, so it's just gonna hold this. Yeah, I'm excited to see these cars that Otter Valley are producing, and I'll probably be getting some because, I mean, they're more of an American prototype, but I would still get some, like maybe a couple, because O&R did not have them. But when has that ever stopped me? All right, Bernard. Thanks for joining. We will see you real soon, Bernard. Good night, Steve. Well, he mentioned like the different ones that they're doing, and I like the sound of the red ones because he said that there's going to be some red ones, and there's some green ones which are for the garbage, And then he mentioned a whole bunch of other ones. But I'm like, I really like the sound of the red ones. No, for no particular reason. I just wouldn't mind to see some red cars on my layout. Grab the wrong one again. I'm going to put that over there so I know not to grab that anymore. Ah, what is going on with this glue? It's attacking me. Okay, there we go. Okay, I don't like that at all. Hey, Doug, how's it going? We are just doing some scenery stuff here. Nothing crazy. Can we get this glue to work or what? There we go. Might be too much, might be just enough. I don't know yet. Either way, it all dries clear, so... Hairspray. Yeah, it's a high side or a deep gondola, but there's I'm definitely underselling it at that point if that's all I'm describing. Yeah, you got to see the prototype photos to really appreciate the amount of detail that's going into it. Yeah, because it looks really awesome. So I believe on the last GVO After Dark, if you go watch my very last GVO After Dark, I had Lorne on, so Lorne from Otter Valley, and I got him to spill the beans. We got him to share some photos. So if you go check out the last GVO After Dark, which was literally not too long ago, maybe a couple of weeks, so just last month there, you'll be able to see those photos because he does share them. So and it's not even, if you think about it, because not a lot of people know, it's not like it's a special run that he's doing with Rapido or Athearn. This is a car that he is producing, his tooling and everything. They worked out the schematics for the car and all that, and this is going to be a private label Otter Valley car. So that within itself, mind-blowing. They're not up on the website yet. Again, if you want to see some prototype photos, I got somewhat of some exclusive photos there. If you look at the GVO After Dark last month, so at the end of May there, Lorne was on and he did share the prototype photos with us. It's not even a special run. It's their run, their tooling, their private label stuff. But yeah, because they're coming. They're still in tooling and whatnot, and they're still being produced right now. So they probably won't be, like, the car won't be here until the fall. So once they get those samples and whatnot from the factory, at that point, obviously, they'll be able to add it to the website and say, okay, this is our car. These are the road numbers. These are the options. You know, place your pre-order and all that stuff. They'll do that once they have a better idea of, okay, this is our final product, basically. They're being very smart about it because a lot of companies jump the gun and say, this is what we're doing. And then you'll see it next year at some point. And then it either doesn't come or it shows up and it's broken, or there's delay after delay after delay. Which it does happen, unfortunately, but they want to avoid all that. From the sounds of it, he's getting a lot. And I think it's going to be one of those things that he always has in stock. So where selling them and selling out of them is a really good possibility, I think it's just one of those things where he's going to be ordering a bunch and they will always be on the shelf. There will be a place on the shelf for them, and he will have a bunch. But it's still important to pre-order and make sure that you get yours, because who knows? He might just do them as a one-time run and that's it. I'm sure he's looking to see how well they do, just like most manufacturers would. They want to, gauge the field and see how people like them. If there's a positive response, then you'll probably end up seeing more and more. Just like any other manufacturer, of course, right? Yeah, they're going to be painted. And the factory itself, the factory doesn't use KDs, which is very unfortunate because everyone's going to be wanting KD couplers on them. So what I believe Lorne is doing is that he's including in every single package a pair of KD couplers so that they're good to go. Because, who doesn't know how to change out couplers, right? I mean, if you don't, then I could show you in 2 seconds. But yeah, like I said, if you're worried that they're going to sell out really quickly, I advise to keep an eye out on the website and then just put in your pre-order when that's posted. You'll probably hear a message from me. I'll probably let you know, because I seem to be very up and up on these releases and what's going on and whatnot. It's kind of my thing. I just, I like to make it my business. Also, it helps when I do my shows, right? Because I talk about new releases and whatnot when I do my shows, so I kind of have to know. I do want to darken some of this. There we go. I think I'm supposed to keep going along here. How's my glue situation? Not great. Not great. Okay, let me grab one more glue because unfortunately when I went back there to grab glue, it was not a good glue. It was near empty glue. So if you want to stare at that, stare at the bush there while I grab some glue. Okay, this is definitely a full new glue. Thanks. It's coming along. It's doing what it's supposed to. It really? What is going on? There's like a gloop wad here. That's really... How do I get rid of that? Because it's blocking... This is a pain. I wonder if I can transfer that, or at least the good glue, into a different container. You guys just have to give me a second here while I'm dealing with this stupid glue. It's like it's like someone stuck a marshmallow in here and thought that would be okay. Oh man. Unacceptable. No, it seriously looks like a marshmallow. What is going on? It's like I go to grab a new glue, and it's like, this one's worse than the other two. At least, like, the other two, like, had glue. This is not glue. This is just gross rubber marshmallow grossness. Okay. Is there any glue in here, or is this whole thing just a pain in my behind? Y'all want to see this? Okay, like, look at this. Okay, yeah, I took a piece of paper towel here. Like, what is this? What is this marshmallow, like? Oh, man. I mean, I know, dollar store glue, blah, blah. But, like, I've never experienced this, like, is there any actual glue in here? Or is this whole thing just stupid? Yeah, I think it's just the... I've never had this before. It's... like, that's seriously weird. It's like, if you want to, like, mess with somebody and you fill their glue with marshmallow. You know what I mean? Yeah, really. I mean, it's not even a technical thing, but it's like, it's such a difficulty. Yeah, really. Anybody want some marshmallows? I think we got some marshmallows here for you guys if you want some marshmallows. Okay, well, that's going in the garbage. Actually, it's like, it's so gross that it, like, I think I might be turned off marshmallows forever now. That's ruined a lot of good things for me after seeing that. Ugh. Alright, let's do this thing, because now I'm mad. You've ruined marshmallows for me for the last time, glue. Oh, it's a good one. Oh, neat. Oh, wow. Let that be a lesson to the rest of you glues. Canadian marshmallow? No, sir. Our marshmallows definitely do not look like that. That there was an abomination. And when I say that there, eh? It's probably the most Canadian thing you'll ever hear me say. Besides, can you spare a loony? that'll all dry. I hope. Yeah, it should be fine. This is all just backdrops, so it's like it doesn't really, none of this really matters, you know. Just it's gonna go on here, it's gonna fill in a space, it'll look neat from far away. Everyone's gonna say, how did you do that? And then I'll say, I don't know, they make it like that. And then Tim will be like, hey, that's my line. Yeah, I feel like it'll look 100% better once the glue is dry. That's my story, and I'm sticking with it. Get another little piece of this here. Do I have any more of that? I hope I do. Whoop. Almost knocked that over. All right, I'm back. Sorry, I had to get more of this stuff. Oh, Wigwag is out. All right, you have yourself a good night. Catch you on the next one. In some of these areas here where I think it like there just needs to be a bit more, I'm just gonna go in and I'm gonna touch that up just a little bit. Nothing too crazy here. And I definitely need some of the dark stuff over here. Just to kind of... We'll do a final look at this. It's 10:01 right now. Been going for 2 hours. My wife is probably wondering where I am. Although, I mean, come on, I'm just in the basement. You know? So, I will finish up this here. We'll just do a once over. You can let me know what you think. Needs a little more of this, a little less of that. And then we will probably call it a night. Got a long week ahead of me, long weekend ahead of me too. So we'll try to keep everything to a minimal. Spray. Okay, so we'll show you basically what I've done here. So we continued on the bush. I didn't do any of the coloring back in there yet. Yeah, not yet. Nothing yet, but soon. And we carried on up the hill. I'm just doing something here so when I come back this way you can be like, ooh, wow, look what he added. Not really, but... And sorry, bear with me for a moment. This is actually fun. It actually looks neat. Okay, so yeah, so we filled in this area here, and you can kind of see as I scoot it down a little bit here, you know, like, so obviously we've got the wall, and the wall, the you know, the brick, or not the brick, the rock wall, the rock face there. It you know, needs a bit of work to really bring things to life here, but I'm just adding some of these little trees. These are from, I want to say they're from Bachman. Bachman has like some scenery stuff too, and I'm just seeing if they hold, because if they hold, then that's really neat, and I don't feel like I have to do too much to really bring in like some extra look here, you know. I'm just kind of adding some stuff. It's very subtle. I don't know if y'all can see any of that, but again, might be one of those things where if you're here, you could totally see it, but if you're not here, you probably won't see it. Thanks, John. Again, not pro or anything, but it, you know, it's something, right? Like, Sorry for the movement there with the, whoop, my hand got in the way and knocked some of the stuff. So I gotta just fix that. I don't think the glue is totally dry yet. So there's that. I'm just kind of fixing some of this here while the glue is wet. Okay, so as you're coming along here, this is kind of what you'll see. The camera's probably going to hit the bush. It totally does. So I'm going to try to stand that up a bit more. There we go. And that one as well. Okay, let's try that again. Coming through, tunnel, or under the thing, and then along the back there. Not terrible. That's not even the thickest glue I have. I actually have, I have this other stuff that when I was making trees, you can kind of see up here, I tried making trees and I just don't like them. So I'll probably end up ripping those out, or I might keep them. I don't know yet. But they are basically, they are trees that you have to paint. And then, yeah, they're really heavy because it's like pewter. Like, to me, that doesn't look that great. Not like a huge fan of it. But this here, I totally dig this. This is, you know, I definitely tried a lot harder on this scene here. I guess it's because I've been staring at it so long. It's well overdue, you know. So I'm excited to see some trains run through here, and hopefully doesn't touch any of this, you know, this bush here. See, the thing with the O&R is that there's usually trees like here, and you see the train going like through, but you know, there's, you know, it's usually just trees on both sides. So I'm gonna have to do something here as well, but it probably won't be as thick of a bush as that one. I'll probably end up putting a lot of trees here. So this area will be a different kind of bush. Like this will be, you know, like there'll be pine trees and and you know, other types. Where these ones here, these are just little piddly trees from Bachman. You know, there's not much happens here with these. So, yeah, we'll see what happens though, because there's quite a bit to do still. So, hopefully it works. Agreed. Yeah. So, the more trees you have, the more realistic it'll look, right? Like, you know, you want different types of trees, and then based off the location that you're modeling, you also want trees based off of that. Like, it wouldn't make sense if you had, you know, cactuses up in Canada, right? And a cactus is a tree, I think. It's a type of, well, I don't know if it's part of the tree family. I wish there was an arborist here that could give me that kind of information. Is a cactus a tree, guys? I don't know. They can grow like flowers on them. Cactuses grow flowers on them. So I don't see why not. Either way, guys, that's it. That's it. That's Third Rail Thursday. We did it. We decorated the area. Yay! And I changed the ballast here. We did the static grass. There's this one lonely little duck. I think we're gonna call him Cedric, and he's just gonna chill out there, and hopefully my cat doesn't get him. No, she doesn't even come up on the layout, let alone eat ducks. So, but yeah, that's it. That's I hope you enjoyed, because I really enjoy doing this stuff. I really, really like doing the Third Rail Thursday, and it gives me an opportunity to work on the layout, and you get to see it happen, all at one time. Stay in there. I gotta let this dry though, because that's a lot of glue on there, and it'll hold it. There's glue under it, glue on top of it, glue all over. I'm gonna have to get in touch with Grand Central Scenics. I know that Lauren was looking into adding them to to the shop, but I'm not sure if at this moment if it's doable. But I definitely need more trees, so they're definitely the ones that I would go with for trees. But if you guys did like what you saw, and you don't already subscribe, make sure you hit the like, hit the subscribe. You know, the same spiel as always. If you like seeing stuff like this, let me know. I might do more. I try to change it up every so often so that you're not seeing always like the same thing, but if it's what you come to expect when you come here, then I definitely don't mind, because I enjoy doing this kind of work. So we're all diehards. You guys are definitely committed. I think you guys hung in there the longest. You guys have the most dedication when it comes to this, or the GBO After Darks. You guys are always present, and you guys know I appreciate each and every one of you. Just, you know, hanging out. We're all good. And yeah, so we'll see you. The next stop is Sunday. Sunday we'll be back here for the brunch kit builds. Do I have something to work on? I don't know, probably. We can pretend. I'll find something to work on. I think, Perry, if you're still there in the chat, if you're still here with us, let me know if you're going to be joining on Sunday. I think the Bubs won't be able to, but if you want to join, or if, you know, Mike, if you want to join, James, if you want to join, you know, 12 noon this Sunday. I'll go live, and I'll throw the link up in the chat. And if you guys want to hop on and work on something, the layout, a kit, if you want to weather something, graffiti something, whatever you want to do, we'll do that this Sunday. And then Monday, you can expect a live. I'll do a live right from Rapido headquarters in Markham. You can expect that later on in the day, like 4:30, 5 o'clock-ish. And then we'll be back here next Wednesday, for the Running Trains Live, because I do that every Wednesday. And then we'll be over on Mark's channel on the Thursday for his Third Rail Thursday, where he's going to work on his layout or something. He might run some trains. He might have a million questions. He's usually the one asking questions, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm not sure what he has planned yet. So you're gonna be at Hotrack. Okay, never mind. But yeah, again, if anybody wants to join, John, you'll be watching from a hotel. All right. Well, I've seen hotel TV, and there really is never anything good to watch, anyways. So maybe I can fill that hour or 2 hours and make your hotel stay that much better. But other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you real soon. And I feel like there was something else. I can't remember. Oh well, I'll remember after we disconnect here. But we'll see you real soon, guys. You have a good night. I've got a train to catch. Maybe a